Both the pilots of Air India Express flight unfortunately couldn't make it. They lost their lives in the accident. They were Wing Commander Deepak Sathe and Captain Akhilesh Kumar. Reports are now suggesting that Captain Sathe turned off the engine right before the crash, saving the lives of the passengers and the cabin crew. Wing Commander Deepak Sathe was a decorated former fighter pilot with the Indian Air Force. He had flown the Airbus 310 for Air India before moving to Air India Express to fly Boeing 737. Gopi Krishnan Unithan is joining us with the very latest. Gopi, unfortunately, both of them could not make it, but it's a story of bravado where Wing Commander Deepak Sathe turned the engine off before the landing so as to be able to save the life of most of his passengers as much as he could as well. And even a word on Captain Akhilesh Kumar, if you could, Gopi.
Well, Sathe, we have been informed by the Air India Express Authority that both these pilots have been really experienced, and one of them has been a former airman. So that actually tells a lot about the kind of experience, the kind of commitment these people are having towards the people, and that is exactly what I believe has resulted in an impact like this. We are admitting the fact that this is actually a very unfortunate incident. Now I'll just ask you to just focus onto these visuals of the debris which are gathered inside, and we just got this short access to the inside visuals. It is basically because they opened that gate so that the vehicles can come out, and I believe they'll quickly shut that. Okay, now coming back to this whole episode of how the captains and the pilot and the co-pilot tried to save maximum lives. Now, even if you look at this whole area, you can actually see that there are no signs of fire at all. And that is quite unusual during an air accident.
Because most of the accidents we have seen Gopi, very unfortunate incident though, and a close look of the debris is what you're getting. In case, Gopi, there were any eyewitnesses to this crash that took place, if we could get some on-ground reactions from the eyewitnesses as to what happened?
Well, Chetty, we spoke to some of the people last night itself, and because this area is a containment zone, now all the locals have been advised to move from here. So yesterday, we managed to speak to these people who are actually carrying out these relief operations here, and they were all saying that they came to this area after they heard a very loud noise, and once they came over here, they saw this aircraft, and initially most of them were also shocked, and they did not really know what to do because this wasn't something very usual. And but most of the people that I spoke to were telling me one thing: every year the Airport Authority of India would be carrying out mock drill of a possible accident or an air crash in this particular airport, and the locals in the area will actually be allowed to see that particular mock drill and actually take part in it. And that experience has come in handy is what most of the people were telling me. They were all saying that because we have seen the mock drill in the past, it made it very easy for us because we knew what was the best way to do and the best way to deal with it. And most of the people, they just directly entered into the fuselage, which was split in two, and they just entered inside and they just started assisting people who could barely walk or who had only minor injuries. They just started assisting them, and for those with serious injuries, they literally had to carry them. And initially, even before the ambulances came over here, it was the local residents and their private vehicles which was used to ferry the passengers to the hospital. And we believe that could be one reason why the death toll has remained relatively lower. Even now, we have this information that the death toll is more or less below 20.
If you could just get us a sense of how many people at the moment are injured, which are the hospitals that they've been admitted to, how many have lost their lives, of which how many were infants, how many were senior citizens as well. If you could just get us a overview of where things stand as far as the passengers and cabin crew of the flight are concerned, Gopi.
Which is now making a landing. Well, Chetty, I hope you just saw that visual of a landing at this airport just now. We could actually see how close it was to the ground, and we believe it was an Air India flight. and we believe it was actually an Air India flight, and already special flights are being operated to ferry the senior officials from Airport Authority of India, DGCA and other concerned authorities, because they are the one to carry out investigations over here. And Union Minister of State for External Affairs, V. Muralidharan, he is a Malayali, he is also from Kerala. He has come here in the morning, and we have been told that the senior officials, including Chief Minister, will be coming to this crash site. They will be visiting this area. So as of now, the airport is actually used mostly for emergency services, as in for operations which are only related to this accident. The commercial operations have been completely stalled. All the flights which were scheduled to land and operate from here have been shifted to Kannur and Cochin International Airports.
And just give, Gopi, if you could just get us a sense of the overall figures, the death toll and the number of casualties that were incurred in the crash.
Well, Cheti, a total of 190 people were on board, including the captain, the crew, and the passengers. And we have been told that as of now, the death figure is around at 19, and we are just still waiting for an official confirmation, because there is a possibility of the data multiplying. Because most of these people are in various hospitals, it is possible that the data could actually be doubled or multiplied, as in terms of the data assessment. So we are still knowing that the death toll is only below 20, and at least some 50 to 60 people are in quite a bad condition, quite in a serious condition, because most of these people have quite serious orthopedic injuries. They have injuries to their mostly towards their leg and arms and bones. And that is actually something that's a little worrying, and they are being treated at the major hospitals or the super specialty and multi-specialty hospitals in Calicut. There are private hospitals there which can handle these situations. The people are being treated at the Baby Memorial Hospital, which is one of the famous hospitals here in Calicut, and also there is necessary hospital equipments and machinery at the government sector as well. But the government at the moment has already dedicated 80% of their hospital machinery or the health machinery for the COVID-19 situation. Remember, even this area that we are standing at the moment is a containment zone, and every day we are getting numbers of around 1,000 to 1,200 of new COVID-19 patients in Kerala. So that's also something that has to be taken into consideration by the state government.
So
they are just trying to ensure
for the swift movement for the rescue and relief operation, despite the existing COVID-19 situation in the state of Kerala as well.
Hello everyone, this is Rahul Kamal here. Hope you enjoyed this video. For the latest news and analysis, like and subscribe the India Today YouTube channel, and don't forget to press the bell icon to stay updated.